Coming in. Hi, Susan. How are you? Yeah. He posted something about when we started. He started. Oh, it's good thing I didn't go. I would have found out.
So he said, and he said, I have two fabulous cookies tonight, I'm able to go. Now, here's the others. So I told him, and I said, what's up? He said, there's so many dollars. And I told my spouse, I said, why don't you just tell them on it's phone call, you know? I said, it's cell phone. I don't know if he did it. I don't know if it's. Once you give up, but I'm going to see some magic magazine. I paid a lot of money and it's better when I give a little mark.
You're the master. Okay, good.
Barbie. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la yeah, lie, 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 lie. Let me hear you now. Yeah, lie, 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 lie. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la yeah, la 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 la. Yeah, la yeah, la yeah, la 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 la. You ready to say the blessing?
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher k'neshamu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu v'hadiknenu Shabbat.
Amen. Yasher koach. Shabbat shalom. Thank you. Shabbat shalom. Terry, thank you. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, everybody. All right. I'm so glad to see you guys. I was worried that everybody would be shuled out. That's what Arlene said. I'm so Leon is shaking his head. He's shuled out. Did Jen drag you? Was that what happened? All right, let's turn to the people around us, wish each other Shabbat Shalom. Say hi to somebody that you haven't met yet. Okay, we're going to begin on page 12. Page 12, Psalm 95. Lechu neranena, ya la 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 la, la Adonai. Ya la 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 la, na ya la 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 la, letzur hishenu. Ya la 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 la, let us sing out to God, the maker of all, sure and strong. Let all of creation, from mountain to sea, hear our song. Lechu neranena, ya lai 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 la Adonai ya lai 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 Naria ya lai 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 Litzur Hishenu Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 lai. Page 20. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor bezachor bedibur echad Ishmianu el hameyuchad Adonai echad ushemo echad l'shemul tiferet veli tihila lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor habracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela hitoreri ki ba'orech kumi ori Uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alaich nigla lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. If you are comfortable to please rise. If you like to remain standing, you can do that too. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'alam gam besimcha uvetzolam toch emunei am segula boi chala Boi kala lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala yalalai 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Page 25, at the very bottom of the page. Let's read together. And so we understand that ordinary people are messengers of the Most High. They go about their tasks in holy anonymity, often even unknown to themselves. Yet, if they had not been there, if they had not said what they said or did what they did, it would not be the way it is now. we would not be the way we are now. Never forget that you too yourself may be a messenger, perhaps even one whose errand extends over several lifetimes. On the opposite page. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Baruch hu nile shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitchem leshalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. On 27 at the bottom of the page. Entrances to holiness are everywhere. The possibility of ascent is all the time, even at unlikely times and through unlikely places. There is no place on earth without the presence of God. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba be'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malachutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael bagala uvizman kariv ve'imeru amen yehi shemei rabba mevorach le'alam u'lamei amaya yitbarach ve'yishtabach ve'yitpa'ar ve'yitromam ve'yitnaseh ve'yitadar ve'yitaleh ve'yitalal shemei dekudesha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'imeru Adonai Tzvaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on evening. Baruch ata Adonai, hama'ariv aravim, on 32. Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, amcha avta. Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, v'shochbeinu uvkumeinu, nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, uv'mitzvotecha, leolam vaed. Ki yehem chayenu ve'orech yameinu ve'orech yameinu uvahem nege yomam valayla yomam valayla ve'ahavatcha al tasir mimenu le'olamim baruch ata Adonai Ohev Amo Israel. Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Please be seated. Page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha ve'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam B'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecham leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kadoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet. On 39, responsively. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and on earth. From bondage in Egypt to your way. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear on the next page. Mi chamocha ba'ilim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, nora tehilot, o seifele, nora tehilot, o seifele. Malchutecha ra'uvanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe uMiriam zelianu ve'hamiru Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל. On 42. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom, v'ha'amidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 On 45. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by, enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayi nafash uvayom hashvi'i shavat vayi nafash. On 46, please rise. Adonai sefatai tiftach
Ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, El Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol ata Rav lehoshia, Morid hatal, Mechalkel chaim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melach, Melech meimit, Umekaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atal hakayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim leolam. V'tov be'e בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך, תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. ברוך אתה אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
I invite you to do so as my eyes meet yours. Thank you, John. Thank you, Barbie. Thank you, Phil. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Arlene. Thank you, Lynn. Thanks, Elaine. Thank you, Roberta. Thanks, Mark. May God be with all of them and bring them a speedy renewal of body and spirit. Page 253, I think is the page. Let's see. Yeah, 253. Mi shebeirach avotenu mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu mikor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Please close your books. I don't know if it's a good thing or not when the close your books part comes. All right, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So now that the high holidays are over and we're headed into Sukkot on Sunday night and then Simchat Torah the following weekend, that tells Ha'azinu in Deuteronomy chapter 32, Moses gives his final address to the community. It's his swan song. And I say that purposefully because he actually delivers his speech in the form of a song or a poem. If I don't have the Torah scroll in front of me so that you can't see it, but you can look it up on your own, that this passage in the Torah is inscribed in the form of a song or a poem, really. Verses and stanzas and two separate columns, which is different from the normal prose of the Torah. So at Minyan yesterday morning, we were talking about this, and one of our congregants commented on what a journey Moses had made, not only from Egypt to the Promised Land, but also in terms of his confidence as a leader and a speaker. Remember, of course, that when God first calls to Moses at the burning bush and tells him to go to Pharaoh and say, "Let my people go," Moses balks at that. And he says to God, "I've never been a man of words. I am slow of speech and slow of tongue." But now, by the end of the Torah, Moses has become quite the orator, not only speaking easily to his community, but delivering his farewell address in beautiful poetry, no less. It's one of the many lessons of Moses's life that we can overcome our perceived limitations and become someone we never imagined we could be. I think of something my dad used to say to me when I was a kid. He would say, "Do the thing you fear the most, and the death of that fear is certain." And I think Moses demonstrates this beautifully. So now Moses, the orator, kind of the Cicero of Judaism, launches his final address to the community, and he does so with this poetic call. He says, "Give ear, O heavens, let me speak. Let the earth hear the words I utter. May my speech come down as the rain, my words distill as the dew, like showers on young growth, like droplets on the grass." This imagery of words coming down on the people like rain watering the earth is powerful. When I read it, I immediately thought of one of my favorite passages in the Halakha, which is the body of Jewish law. In the 13th century in Spain, a scholar by the name of Rabbi Yaakov ben Asher wrote a book of halakha called the Arba'at Turim, or the Tur for short. The Tur is widely regarded as one of the most important works of Jewish law ever written. It's the basis for the single most influential book of halakha in existence, which is Rabbi Yosef Karo's 16th century masterwork, the Shulchan Aruch. So in the Tur, Rabbi Yaakov has a section where he outlines blessings that we're supposed to say when we see certain things in the world. Things like seeing a friend after a long time, for the first time in a while, or seeing a rainbow, or Jewish settlements in the land of Israel. It's probably not surprising that Judaism gives us a spiritual vocabulary for all these and more. It's our way of pausing and affirming God's presence in the world, even and especially in the ordinary occurrences of life that we might otherwise let come and go without notice or remark. Well, one of the ordinary things we're supposed to say a blessing for when we see it is the rainfall. Maybe you knew that. I don't know. Maybe you don't. Raise your hand if you say a blessing when you see rain. Okay, good. So you're going to learn something new. So it's not too hard to understand why. Water is essential, of course, for all life. Without rainfall, the grass, the trees, the crops would wither and die, and human beings couldn't survive either. So we say a blessing to God, giving thanks to the rain, for the rain. Incidentally, on the holiday of Shmini Atzeret Simchat Torah, which is coming up, we make a switch in our daily liturgy in the Amidah. We begin praying for rain as part of that. So what's really interesting to me about this passage in the Halakha is which blessing the Halakha tells us to say when we see rain. And so the rule is this: if we own land of any kind, and it gets into kind of whether you own land or not, but if you own land of any kind, the blessing to say when you see rain is this: Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hatov v'hametiv. It means, blessed are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who is good and who does good. Okay, so who is good and who does good. It's a twofold blessing, and that structure is significant. The first part, who is good, describing God as who is good, refers to the blessing that God has bestowed on the person saying the blessing, the landowner. Meaning, thanks to God for the blessing of this rain, which benefits me by causing my plants or my crops to grow. And then the second part, who does good, refers to the blessing that God has given to other people. Meaning, we give thanks for the blessing of rain when it falls on our land, not only because it benefits me, benefits us as the landowner, but it also benefits the people all around us, right? As one commentator points out, rain has no definitive boundary. It's not like rain falls on my yard, but not on my next door neighbor's yard, right? In addition, the benefit of rain is not limited exclusively to the place where it falls. So people who live in other areas also benefit indirectly because the rain causes food and plants to grow in one community, and that helps to feed people in other places. All of this is obvious when you stop to think about it, but of course, that's the point. Be aware of the manifold blessings of rain. In addition, the precise way in which the halakha formulates this blessing is profound. It's an acknowledgement every time we experience rainfall that we are part of something greater, a community of nature and of people whose existence all depend on the life-giving water that, thanks to the intricate wisdom of God's design, falls from the sky. And even when that rain is directed to one particular area and not another, its benefits ripple well beyond that specific locale. Which brings us back to Moses's oratory. So remember, he says, "May my speech come down like rain, like droplets on the grass." Now that we know the halakha about saying a blessing when we see rainfall, it might give us some insight into what Moses means by using this imagery. Of course, Torah. Moses is the voice of the Torah. And we know that our tradition speaks about Torah as life-giving and life-sustaining. So our sacred literature frequently compares Torah to things in nature that nourish life, like mother's milk or a tree of life, and also water. So on one level, when Moses says, "Let my speech come down like rain, like droplets on the grass," he's expressing his hope that the wisdom of the Torah will cause us to grow as human beings, spiritually, intellectually, morally, and emotionally, and to flourish in our relationships with other people and with our communities and with God. But he's also saying more than that. I think he's expressing the hope that the Torah that comes down to us through our personal learning, like the rain that falls on our personal piece of land, will also benefit the people all around us, those whom we know and those whom we don't know too. That's because Torah is not only knowledge, it's a way of being in the world. And studying Torah is not only about the transmission of information. More importantly, it's about the transformation of the person who learns it. And if we receive it that way and let it transform us, the Torah that comes down to us will indeed not only impact us alone, it will impact every person, every transaction, and every little corner of the world we touch. As the sages say in the Talmud, when we follow the Torah and act honestly in our business, for example, or kindly and compassionately in our relationships, people will see it and they will say, that person studies Torah. And you know what? He or she is honest and kind and compassionate. And that reflects well on us and on the Torah and on God. And of course, it makes the world a better place. And what's more, it will inspire the people who witness our ethical behavior to try to live that way too. And in that way, the effects of the Torah ripple outward. It's the rainfall effect of Torah. But it doesn't just happen. In his explanation of the Torah, Rabbi Joseph Caro, who would go on to write the Shulchan Aruch, points out that we're only supposed to say the blessing for seeing the rain when enough rain has accumulated. So not just from the beginning of the rainfall, but only after a certain amount of accumulation. How do we know when that has happened? Well, he says, we know there's enough when a drop falls to the ground and there's enough water already accumulated in a puddle on the ground such that the drop that falls into it causes a splash of water to jump back up and greet the falling rain. And I think that imagery is quite profound because it says that the transformational power of Torah must be met by a willing recipient. One who, when the words of Torah rain down on them, will jump back up eagerly to greet it. For Torah to be impactful, we have to be eager learners, open and ready to be transformed by our encounters with its wisdom. If we are, then Moses' words will indeed fall like rain upon our willing hearts. And its benefits too will be unbounded like the rain, not only transforming who we are and how we live, but positively impacting and inspiring the world around us too. And that is truly a blessing worthy of our gratitude. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hatov v'hametiv. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who is good and who does good. And we say together, Amen. I invite you to open your books now. Turn to page 282 and please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gidula liotzer b'reshit, shelo asanu kigoye ha'aratzot, velo samanu kimishpechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam. Va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malachei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz. Bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. We remember now our loved ones whom death has taken. If you're here today in mourning for a loved one or remembering a yard site, or holding someone in your heart, I invite you to rise as you hear the name of your loved one read, Or if after I've read the list and your loved one's name hasn't been read and you'd like to share it, I'll invite you to rise and to do so. On this Shabbat, we are in Shiva, the first 7 days of mourning for Doris Pak. We are in Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for Rhoda Fader Singer. We recall the yahrzeits of Warren Berg, Hyman Cohen, Eva Coopersmith, Rita Emanuel, Harry Greenfield, Manny Greenfield, Shirley Kaplan, Irving Markowitz, Minnie Mayer, Bruce Motion, Robert Pollock, Molly Rogers, Sidney Weidel, Eva Woolner, and Marvin Zale. If you'd like to add a name, I invite you to do so now. Sorry. Thank you, Giovanna. Zichrono livracha. Thank you, Jerry. Zichrono livracha. May their memories be for a blessing. We join together and now on page 294 in Kaddish. Yitzkadal v'yitzkadash shemerabah. Be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehe shemei rabba mevorach le'alam ulalmei almaya. Yitzbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudesha barichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who makes harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world. May their memories be for a blessing. And we say together, amen. Please be seated. All right, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. So we've got a bunch coming up because Sukkot begins on Sunday evening. So on Sunday, this coming Sunday at 5:30, we have a Sukkot barbecue and sukkah decorating. So it's going to be a lot of fun for people of all ages. That's at 5:30, followed by an Erev Sukkot service at 7. With dessert in the sukkah after services. And then on Monday morning at 10, we have our Sukkot morning service with Kiddush and the sukkah to follow. And then on Tuesday morning at 9:15 a.m., our congregant Sharon Epstein is going to be leading us in a yoga shacharit morning service in the sukkah. So that's going to be really fun. I've been working with Sharon and also Gail Monister, who's helping too. And I think it's going to be very special. On Thursday, I am starting a new class. It's a weekly ongoing class. It'll be Thursdays from 9:15 to 10:15 a.m. And we're going to be exploring the prayer book, digging deeply into the prayer book, learning all about our spiritual vocabulary. It'll be available in person and also online. I hope that you'll come and join me for learning. And you can come anytime. I mean, if you miss, sometimes it's fine. It'll be every week. So, let it rain on you. Let's see. I think there's a lot of other things, but that's it for now. You can read in the weekly email, everything that's going on. I'd like to say thank you to the Margaloff family for baking our challah for this evening. I also want to say thank you to our Temple Beth-El team and our office and everybody who makes all that we do possible. And to our bakers. Okay, get ready. Let's cheer on our bakers. Our Oneg bakers, if you're here, please rise. Sandy Gretsch, Linda Diamond. Roberta Lulav is in the house. And this is your holiday, Roberta, because you shake the lulav. Sharon Freeman. Ellen Sapien. There's Ellen. Ina Pakhtar. Cheryl Silverstein. All right. And we know that there are so many wonderful bakers in here you have not let us know that you bake. So please do, so that we can partake of your delicious treats. All you need to do is just call the temple number, ask for Joy P, and she will hook you up. So thank you for baking for our community. And let's see, I think we're going to move on now to our Kiddush. And let's see, Gilda and Mark, would you like to come up? No. Okay, Roberta Lulav, it's your holiday of coming up of Sukkot. Would you like to come up? All right, great. Come on up. Thanks, everybody, please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh Hashabbat. Amen. Ooh, where are the kids still here? Oh, they're downstairs. Okay. Oh, they guard the oneg, sure. Well, Rhoda, you're a kid at heart, right? Will you lift up the cover? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. And one more thing, thanks to Phil for being our usher, as always. Thanks. Let's give it up for Phil. Thanks, everyone. Shabbat shalom, and let's enjoy our special treats. Sisterhood Picnic. Sisterhood Picnic is Wednesday night in the Sukkah. Talk to Jen if you have any more questions.